We're just going to talk to the greatest women's lacrosse player of all time. Charlotte North wins another Tewaaraton Foundation trophy as the best player in women's lacrosse last night in D.C. First of all, congratulations. Welcome back to the program. This is crazy stuff, isn't it?
Hi, guys. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Is this crazy? Is this crazy, Charlotte? All this going on like this?
A little bit. It was a quick turnaround. The season went by pretty fast. And now, we ended up in D.C., but it's been a fun ride.
Well, Charlotte, I think there was a little intrigue around the award ceremony this year, unlike last year when we all knew it was Charlotte North. It was a given. They might as well have just bubble wrapped that thing and shipped it to Newton without even doing the ceremony. This time, it was kind of a question mark. Would it be Charlotte North going back to back? Would it be someone from Carolina maybe? How surprised were you when you heard your name yesterday?
I was surprised. I mean, I was standing alongside of 4 really amazing players, and they've done so much for the sport, and it's been an honor to play against them, and all of their accomplishments. They're just great, and they're great people. So I was honored to be up there next to them, and get to know them the past couple of days.
Charlotte, the idea that there's a finality to this, has that sunk in? That now it's on to another level of play?
Not really. It's a little bittersweet. I've had such an amazing time at Boston College. I'm not sure I'm ready to say goodbye, but I just am so grateful for all the memories I've made there and all the relationships I've built with my teammates and coaches.
It's difficult for those of us that – go ahead, Drew.
Go ahead, Wes.
I was going to say it's difficult for those of us that have oh.
Here we go again. This
Go.
is what happens when we're remote. All right, I'll go. Charlotte, we call you the GOAT all the time. I'm just curious, when you hear that about yourself, how does that make you feel? Like, how do you respond to hearing people say you're the greatest to ever do it?
I mean, there's so many great players that I looked up to, ones that have won this award, ones that, I've just watched play for so many years, ones that I'm honored to be able to play with at the U.S. level. It's just the sport is in such a great place, and there's so much talent everywhere, especially, at the collegiate level. And it's so fun to play in and play around, and the sport's only going to continue to grow.
But Charlotte, it appears, and I understand, the respect level for other players, especially those of them that you watched as you were a kid, and now your college career's come to a close. But your career is going to coincide with the rise of this sport. I mean, more young women are playing lacrosse now than just about any other sport in this country on a per capita basis. The idea that it's your face and your game that has brought so many more young women to play and young girls to play the game, that's got to mean something to you that's unique to you and you alone, I think.
It's special. I think that, the overall growth of the game is due to all those players that came before me, and then they set the stage for all the teams now to just kind of explode with the increasing coverage of the game, all of the different, live streams, and, all the nationally televised games. It's just incredible. It's what the sport deserves, and all the players deserve, to be on this platform. And like you said, I think it's just going to continue to grow.
I think if people were watching the sport for the first time on ESPN and the championship, their first thought must have been, how is number 8 scoring all the goals and taking all the draws? What is a draw, first of all? Okay, she's winning all of them. I don't know how that works, but Charlotte North is winning all of them. Can you just take us into that when you're basically on every inch of the field and you're involved in basically every play where you guys have the ball and you're responsible for getting the ball for 2 hours? Like, how do you maintain the stamina for an entire game?
I mean, I lean on my teammates, especially at the draw circle. I have Courtney Taylor and Holly Schleicher, who are unbelievable. They will battle after every ball and pick up ground balls that they're not even near. And it's so much fun to play with them on the draw circle. And we're so well coached at the draw too with Sam Apuzzo. We work really hard with our draw unit all year. It's a lot of fun. It's so unique to the game. It's like a game within the game. And it's something I've had a lot of fun doing.
Charlotte, you mentioned Sam, and obviously she won this honor in 18. And I want to follow up a little bit on that side because I know her influence has meant a lot to you, and playing for Acacia has meant a lot. Now that we've kind of reached the end of the line here, what kind of influence and what kind of conversations have you guys had about next steps for you? Because obviously there's the national team, and we understand the quality of player on that. And you mentioned that you've been with some national teammates, I guess, here in D.C. But now this next step, how much of the influence in what you've been doing at BC is helping set the stage for that next step?
Definitely. We're taking it day by day, and I think this summer is going to be a lot of fun. I'm so fortunate I get to play with Sam Puzo, and a bunch of all-time greats, like I said, and it's going to be a dream come true. And then following that, I'll be playing in the Athletes Unlimited Pro League, which I'm so excited for. It's so fast-paced and exciting, and it's also going to be nationally televised, which is huge for the sport. So I'm really grateful for that opportunity as well, and excited for this summer.
And you were the number one pick in Athletes Unlimited a couple days ago. Now, Taylor Cummings is the reigning queen of Athletes Unlimited. I know that. She won the 3 Tewaratons. You've got the 2. Does that give you a little extra juice going in to try to take that crown from her?
Taylor's awesome. I can't wait to play with her at US as well. She's obviously, one of the greatest players of all time. Just dominated so much and continues to do it. She's so fun to watch, and I'm excited to play with her.
All right. So next step is what? You're going to go back to Boston? You're going to pack up? I mean, how does all this work? You still we're going to throw out more first pitches in Texas? I mean, what do we got going on here?
I have a quick turnaround. I'm going to go to Stony Brook and play in our U.S. training camp this coming week. And then a little short break, a few coaching gigs, and then going to Towson, Maryland for the World Cup.
Wow. Okay. Holy smokes. It's interesting, Drew. Charlotte, you this NIL situation, and I want to follow up on this because we had a brief conversation about this the last time. And Aaron Matson told me about this too. There's as much NIL on the clinic, camping, coaching side of this as there is on the sponsorship side. Now, I know you've got some sponsorship elements, Pennzoil, things like that. But are you finding that the coaching, the equipment, the clinicking pieces of this in these particular sports are also very valuable too from a name, image, and likeness situation?
100%. I think, it's something that's awesome for the next generation of players to be able to attend camps and clinics and just get to learn from, current collegiate players as well as, obviously those incredible players who are now post-college. But I think it's huge. And I think, I remember being that age and seeing, these all-time great players playing and wanting to get to learn from them. So the chance to do that with anyone at the collegiate level for these sports is incredible.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations. It's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, it really has. And we're excited to follow you on the next step, certainly with the national team and then Athletes Unlimited. But you have been a real treat for us to cover. And we're grateful for your time spent with us on the program. So be well, okay?
Thank you so much. It's been so much fun. Thanks for having me all this time.